Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank Patrick for inviting myself here to talk. Um, Basically, I'm here on behalf of the Art Institute, part of UCD, to give you a little snapshot of some of the projects we're involved in relating to energy resource characterization and modelling. So just a little bit about the Art Institute. We, um, we, we have a mission basically to find solutions to challenges in sustainable energy, climate change, nature conservation, which are relevant to Ireland and contribute to a global understanding in the area. The Institute interacts with a lot of, has 100 plus principal investigators coming from a wide range of schools: engineering, agriculture, geology, we've mathematicians. So, we're looking to kind of take advantages of a multidisciplinary approach, bringing these people together. And what we're trying to, additionally, part of the reason I'm here and in my role is to try and bridge a gap between these academics and industry, try to get some interaction with SMEs like yourselves. And we're trying to take the advantage of having a lot of expertise in one place in UCD and bringing these people together from different disciplines to try and drive some new innovations in key green environmental areas. So I'll just have a little talk about a few of the projects we're involved in. There are many, but just to, we have some people who are affiliated to the Art Institute who've already spoken, such as Shane, and more people talking later. But this is a little snapshot on some other projects. We're looking at a little bit on computational modeling applied to wave energy systems, forecasting of for wind energy applications, hydrocarbon prospectivity, and modelling geothermal energy sources in Ireland as well. So, first area, computational modelling of wave energy systems. This work is led by Professor Chris Bean, who's actually the director of our Art Institute. And Chris's team, a challenge is, you're trying to, it's at an embryonic stage, wave energy, but trying to find the optimal locations to put wave farms. So, basically, you don't want waves like that. You're looking at optimal conditions, and the team of Chris is trying to, using terrestrial-based seismic area analysis and computational modeling, find optimal conditions to potentially put wave farms in the Atlantic. So, if it's successful, there would be advantages of having terrestrial-based seismometers, cost savings versus using ocean buoys. It has a broader spatial coverage as well. So this project is funded by Science Foundation Ireland in collaboration with Met Air and Weather, this state weather facility, and an SME, an Irish SME, Nowcasting International Limited. In the same sort of space, another team led by Professor Frederick Diaz is looking into predicting, one aspect is trying to predict the occurrence of freak waves. You might hear about these on National Geographic where they sink ships. Information about these type of waves is important if you're going to design ocean wave energy systems. This is an example of a company that's associated with this, Frederick Diaz Aquamarine Power Limited. It's just a picture of a wave energy device they have off Scotland. Professor Diaz's team is doing high-end computational modeling of wave energy systems, how the waves will interact with such devices, and they're using a combination of optics and hydrodynamics, they hope to develop an optical wave farm to simulate the impact of rogue waves on future wave farms. Moving to wind energy, another team affiliated to the Earth Institute, Dr. Conor Sweeney and Professor Peter Lynch, who work in the UCD Meteorology and Climate Centre. It's kind of a unique facility to have in a university. It's a great advantage. So they're trying to find very accurate short-term forecasting of weather for application to wind energy systems. So they've using two different numerical weather prediction models. They've produced high-resolution forecasts driven by a European prediction system, and developed an automatic adaptive processing techniques that increases forecasting skill. So, earlier David talked about, the variation you get in wind outputs. Some days you get a lot of production, some days not so much. It's very important if you're going to hook into the grid to know what your wind output is going to be in the next 2 days or so. So it's very accurate within about 48 hours. These kind of results be useful in probabilistic forecasting. And this work is funded by Science Foundation Ireland and the Environmental Production Agency, collaboration with Med-Éireann, and these people are looking at would be very open to collaborate with SMEs, etc. Another aspect, this is a bit more of a cash cow if you look at our portfolio of projects. We've a lot of expertise in the area of hydrocarbon prospectivity. People like Professors John Malsh, Peter Houghton, Patrick Shannon, Chris Bean again, bring a range of different skills to bear in this area. So again, the challenge of, for all the talk of renewables, we still use a lot of oil, hydrocarbons, and the Earth Institute has an established reputation in this area, modeling geological faults and fractures, etc. Looking at deep sea reservoir architecture, source of sink analysis. And, these people have been actively involved with industries such as Tullow Oil, ExxonMobil, etc., in identifying hydrocarbon deposits off the west coast of Ireland, such as the Corrib gas field and off Africa. So, this has been going quite successfully, and a large team of people involved in it. Last area I'll talk about is modelling geothermal energy sources in Ireland. This is at an earlier stage. A team led by Professor Stephen Daly is looking into, there are challenges to trying to characterise the geothermal resource in Ireland. So, if you could tap into the geothermal, it would be useful base load source of energy, whereas in comparison to wind, which fluctuates more. So this team's investigating the geothermal potential. They're doing some work looking into high heat production granites in County Meath, up here somewhere, and in geological source rocks off County Dublin in collaboration with Professor Alan Jones. So they're using techniques, 3D evaluation of radiogenic heat production, looking down to depths of 5 kilometers, developing state-of-the-art, a tongue twister here, magneto-telluric gravity modeling software to get high-resolution imaging of potential geothermal targets. So, if successful, these model systems will hopefully be useful to facilitate locations of, potential areas to provide significant volumes of geothermal water in Ireland. This is funded 3 interrelated PhD studies associated with this Aerotherm project, which is the Science Foundation Ireland project. So this is early stages, but it kind of broadens our portfolio. So that's it. I mean, we're basically open to collaboration. We've a lot of in terms of we're looking for industrial partnerships with SMEs. That's part of our brief. The institute itself associates with a lot of other institutes within UCD, such as we've CASTLE, which is a complex adaptive systems laboratory, which is involved in mathematics. We have Clarity's another sensor web-based system. So we're looking for a lot of interactions, additionally to industry, and also we're very open. If we've a lot of students, we're involved in this PhD program from the Earth and Natural Sciences, where we've 57 PhD students who will be looking next year for industrial placements as internships, so which are funded. So we'd be very keen if somebody is interested or talking to you, that we might be able to get some placements for those students. So those are my contact details on the bottom, and delighted to talk to you at some stage. Okay.